Imagine for a second that everything happening right now just stopped. Not an explosion, not an earthquake, not an asteroid slamming into Earth. Something far simpler and far more terrifying. The sun, the fireball that rises every single day without ever asking permission, simply vanishes. No warning, no explanation. No light, no heat, no solar gravity holding us in place. The question isn't, could this actually happen? Physically, we know it can't, not like this. The real question is, if it did, how many minutes, how many days would we have before everything we know changes forever? Let's count down from the very first second to the last human standing on Earth. Here's the first thing you need to know. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away. That means sunlight takes time to reach us, roughly 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So if the sun vanished right now, we wouldn't know it. We'd keep seeing its light and feeling its warmth for a full 8 minutes, as if nothing happened at all. Kids would still be playing outside, birds would still be singing, and the sky would look exactly like any other day. But once those 500 seconds run out, the light doesn't fade gradually like a sunset. It just stops. No twilight, no gradient of colors. Daylight collapses into pitch black night in under a second. And the first thing you'd notice? The sky. Stars that were always there, just hidden behind the sun's glare, would suddenly all appear at once, in a daytime sky that just became night without warning. You'd think the cold would hit us instantly. It won't. Earth doesn't lose heat that fast. The atmosphere and the oceans hold on to an enormous amount of thermal energy, like an oven that's just been turned off but is still radiating warmth from the inside. In the first hour, surface temperatures would drop, but not catastrophically, maybe a degree or two Celsius. But the real danger right now isn't the cold. It's something far faster and far more serious: gravity. The sun doesn't just warm and light us. Its massive gravity is what keeps Earth locked in orbit. Without it, Earth wouldn't keep circling in place. It would fly off in a straight line at whatever speed it was already traveling, roughly 107,000 kilometers per hour. Would we feel it? No, because everything on Earth, humans, buildings, oceans, would go flying off together at the exact same speed. Just like right now you feel perfectly still, even though Earth is already racing around the sun at 107,000 kilometers per hour. No sense of acceleration. But the long-term consequences would be completely different. Within the first few days, people would start to notice something worse than just the dark. The cold would begin accelerating. Exposed regions like deserts would cool faster than areas near the ocean, since water retains heat far longer than land. By the end of week 1, average surface temperature could drop below freezing across most regions. Plants that rely on photosynthesis would start dying almost immediately. No sunlight means no photosynthesis. No photosynthesis means no new oxygen being generated by plant life, and no food at the base of the entire food chain. Electricity and infrastructure would keep running for a while, but solar power plants would fail instantly, and agriculture would grind to a complete halt. Within a matter of days, the entire world would be facing a global food emergency. This is where the terrifying reality really sets in. The oceans, which held onto heat longer than land, would start freezing from the surface downward. But water has a strange property that buys us a little time. Ice is lighter than liquid water, so it floats on top and forms an insulating layer that slows down the freezing of the water beneath it. Thanks to that property, the oceans wouldn't freeze solid quickly. It could take months, even years, for the ice to reach significant depth. Which means deep sea life, especially near hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, could survive far longer than anything on land. Meanwhile, on land, temperatures would plunge to polar extremes everywhere on the planet. Global average temperature could drop to around -18 degrees Celsius within weeks and keep falling from there. After 1 full year without a sun, Earth's average surface temperature would be somewhere near -70 degrees Celsius or lower, colder than anywhere ever recorded on Earth in modern history. By this point, most known life forms would be extinct or on the brink of extinction. Any surviving humans would be living in small, isolated communities, relying entirely on alternative power sources like nuclear or geothermal energy, sheltering underground, or in fully sealed facilities not unlike space stations. But here's a more important question. Could any life survive conditions like this at all? Surprisingly, yes, partially. Organisms living around deep-sea hydrothermal vents don't depend on sunlight in the first place. They rely on chemical energy from deep within the Earth itself through a process called chemosynthesis. These organisms could theoretically persist for millions of years, even with no sun at all. If Earth kept drifting in a straight line away from where the sun used to be, its chances of colliding with another star or falling into orbit around a new solar system would be virtually zero. Space is unimaginably empty. Even the nearest star to us, Proxima Centauri, is about 4.2 light-years away. That's over 40 trillion kilometers. Most likely, Earth would simply drift through the cold, dark void forever. A dead planet spinning in complete isolation, until perhaps, billions of years from now, it's nudged ever so slightly by the gravity of a passing star. Here's the good news. This scenario is scientifically impossible. The sun isn't going to suddenly vanish. The laws of physics, specifically the conservation of mass and energy, prevent an object the size of the sun from simply ceasing to exist between one moment and the next. Even the sun's natural death, roughly 5 billion years from now, will be gradual, swelling into a red giant, then collapsing into a white dwarf over the course of millions of years. So why do we imagine scenarios like this at all? Because what-if thinking is one of the most powerful tools we have for understanding just how lucky we really are. Everything we take for granted, light, warmth, the very gravity that keeps us standing on solid ground, is a gift from a fireball 150 million kilometers away that's been running, without interruption, for 4.6 billion years. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next journey into another what-if world. And let me know in the comments, which what-if scenario should we explore next? I'll see you in the next one. Let's get there together.